Blog Talk Radio.
All right, welcome to another Friday night edition of Pajama Party. One of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel. Hello, Ketel.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, I'm
What's
there.
going
How
on?
you doing? You got the best thing. What's up with you? Yeah, okay.
Living life, you know.
You living the dream.
All right.
And
how you doing, Redwine?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking.
And Redwine's here as well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Mercy with you. Okay.
Cheers to Friday night.
I know that's right. All right, that's what's up.
Ooh, what's happening? What's happening? How you doing tonight, Miss Ketel?
I can't complain. Not at all. Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
Can't complain.
And you, Poppa DD?
Everything is cool on this.
Poppa DD? Everything is cool? All right, good. Well, everybody's well. We're all functioning within normal parameters. So let's get it going. What's the lead off tonight, Poppa DD?
I want to talk about Donald Trump with them sneakers he put out. How about that? They were $399.
$399.
And the rapper Fat Joe said he brought a pair. And then he had to preempt it by saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not into Trump, I'm not into Dick, but I'm a collector, so I bought the sneakers because I'm a collector, and I'm a collector, and I'm a... Now, my question is this here. Not only what do you think about that, but what do you give a shit about anything that Trump farts out of his ass? Because there's 9 pounds of shit that you can collect that he done put out. He put out wasn't he cutting up a suit or something that he took his mugshot in?
Yeah, now that you mention it.
He was selling pieces of a suit, cut up pieces of the suit that he took the mugshot in.
And he sold a mugshot.
Sold a mugshot, this mean look on his face, and all this is by design, you know, but, I mean, before I give you all the floor, let me say this here. You know, Trump is building an empire where he's trying to manufacture the election. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's trying to manufacture it. He's promoting that election just like they promote, like Oprah and them was promoting The Color Purple, you know? He's got all these different angles, and he goes back to Mar-a-Lago, and they probably have a combat center of how they're going to just take over the whole everything. What they're going to do with the mail and you name it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just that vicious. I mean, he's an old crazy man. You know, I mean, come on. What the hell? We know what older people do that are crazy. They the same old crazy motherfuckers every day. If you got a crazy neighbor and they old as hell, what they going to do every day? They're going to be the same crazy ass neighbor, right? You got to build a 6-foot damn fence not to see their ass. Well, but what do you think about Fat Joe putting that alibi out that I'm not a Trump supporter, I'm just a collector? Yeah, okay.
So he just collects sneakers? That's what he said?
Yeah, he
just collects sneakers, but he's not a Trump lover or any of that. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go to Ketel first. Because I have an opinion, but I'm going to pass the buck to Ketel.
Pass the damn buck.
Yep. Over to you, Ketel. What you think?
So what you saying? You answering the question, what do we think about him, I guess, promoting everything that he's doing or everything he has?
No, why did he?
Empire to build?
No, why did Fat Joe buy the sneakers in the beginning? Saying you're a promoter, saying you're a collector, but you saying I'm not into Trump at all. Well, if you ain't into Trump at all, would you buy anything from him?
Well,
I wouldn't buy
he's looking at the value of what stuff is going to become. You own something of Trump,
okay.
No matter if you for Trump or not. He's looking at his money value.
Yeah, okay.
And it doesn't mean that he has to be on Trump's side or he's a Trump lover. That don't mean nothing. That is about money and being savvy as far as. Now you have my opinion now, didn't you, Papa? What's up? I mean, just because you don't.
No, I'm not debating it.
No,
I'm not debating it.
Saying, people are getting smart. You want to put the stuff out there. Okay, I'm gonna buy it, and then I'm gonna resell it at triple the amount of money. Hey, that's how the rich keep getting rich. You know, it's not about who I like or who I don't like, politics or not. It's just about money. I think that's the bottom line. It's about money. That is my opinion.
Okay. Well, my opinion is, to counter what you just said, he said he is a collector of sneakers. So that to me doesn't sound like he's holding on to them to sell them later at a higher price. He's collecting them. He said he has like thousands of pairs of sneakers, and he's just collecting them. But my point is this. If Trump was selling, let's say if you were a collector of flags and Trump was selling a Confederate flag with his picture or whatever, a Confederate flag, if you're a collector of flags, are you going to buy that one? Like at what point, my question is, what point do you draw the line? You know what I'm saying? If you're a collector of costumes and Trump is promoting Klan outfits, are you going to buy that one? And I'm not saying you personally, I'm saying you collectively. At what point do we as a people draw the line? Even if you are a collector of whatever the item, at what point do we say, yeah, I'm a collector of these things, however, I'm not going to purchase that one because I have my reasons, I have my standards. You know, I'm just putting it out there. At what point do we draw the line? People can, like Joe can say, Fat Joe can say, yeah, well, you know, I'm a sneaker collector. That's the only reason I bought it. But you still bought it. You still put $300 into Trump's pot. You're still supporting the cause, whether you meant to or not. You're still part of the problem. So that's my opinion on it. I understand what you're saying, Ketel, but I'm saying even if it's something that you're not behind, if you put your money behind it, you're behind it, whether you mean to be or not. You can verbally say, I ain't with it, but your money is with it. How do you separate yourself from your money? That's my opinion.
Interesting.
All right.
Well, you know, I just want to say this here.
Yeah, what's your take on it?
My take is this here. First of all, it all depends on how well you know Trump. Because, see, in my opinion, a lot of people that supporting Trump don't know Trump. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different layers of Trump based on your living location, for one, how old you are, how much you've been around, how much you paid attention to the news 20, 30 years ago. If you remember Trump from the show called, what was it called, The Apprentice? If that's how you know Trump, then you don't know Trump, okay? If you live way out in the Midwest somewhere or the West Coast or whatever, and you just really getting into Trump, then you don't know Trump, you know? Trump first started battling with a woman by the name of Eleanor Hemsley, okay? Now, if people don't know who Eleanor Hemsley is, then you damn sure don't know Trump. Okay?
Now, who is Eleanor Hemsley?
Oh, are you being facetious or are you serious?
No, I'm asking the question.
Eleanor Hemsley was a woman that owned big-ass hotel buildings, period, in New York. She was Trump's father's biggest competition in New York when it came to buildings.
That Hemsley, the lady that collected all the shoes.
I don't know about the shoes.
Had all these shoes at Hemsley?
I don't know about it. Well, maybe she did, but I'm talking about the hotels.
Okay.
She had to get some shit in order to buy shoes.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get buildings first. And this woman was like, you know, she was a shit up in New York, and she was a lot older than Trump. So she started getting old, and Trump was younger, and he seen how you make money off of hotels by people coming in and using your rooms over and over again. And he got into the whole thing of, you know, rent it again, clean it, rent it again. That's why when he said he never had immigrants work for him, I was like, bullshit. You own some of the biggest buildings and some of the biggest hotels in New York at the time, in Jersey, and all that around the tri-state area. So how the hell did you not have any foreigners cleaning them rooms? Because you sure ain't going to get no black motherfuckers to do that. You may get a few, but this is some stuff black people don't do. Or efficiently as you may want it, okay?
Or as cheap as you may want it.
Or as cheap you may want it, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump goes way back. And then when he tried to get in the NFL, and then the XFL wouldn't even take him either, but he tried to get an NFL team, they wouldn't take him. So if you don't know that part of Trump, or if you don't know when he started the hotels in Atlantic City, if you don't know that Trump, when they were still pushing cash around, all that stuff now is you just put your money in and you ring and they'll come and say, oh yeah, you won this here, you won $200,000, meet us in the back. Back in the day, cash used to fall out of them damn slot machines. You know what I mean? And at 4 o'clock in the morning, they would push your money all around casinos. You ever seen that? You ever been to a casino 2 o'clock in the morning when it was cash and they would just push your money all around the casino all night? Everybody dumping machines, you know. That's old casino. This shit here is brand new shit. Well, the way they do casinos now. It used to be money in
it's
there.
all digital now.
Yeah, but anyway, what I'm saying is that the people so in my situation with Fat Joe, I think that Fat Joe knows a Trump that he thinks is putting out some stuff now. You think he's in the sneaker business. But I remember Trump always had gaudy-ass rooms in Atlantic City. When I stayed at a couple hotels of his in Atlantic City, his rooms was always gaudy. Mm-hmm. And when I saw the damn sneakers, I said, okay, that looks just like that scuzzy-ass window drape that he had, that gold window drape that maids weren't even able to clean the top of it because it was so high. So it was a ton of dirt at the top of the window dressing. And he always been gold and gaudy. Remember that shit with Trump? Always gold and gaudy, and the sneaker is an exact replica of what he's always been. And if you don't see that sneaker and think about an old hotel room in Atlantic City, you don't know Trump. So like I said, people that are doing stuff nowadays, they're coming in and acting like they know, but they don't know. They don't know. That man been vicious for a long fucking time.
So folks need to do some research.
Do some homework on it. But
all righty.
Anyway, that's y'all boy. I ain't gonna talk about it no more. I know y'all love him.
Whatever. Okay, Ketel, you ready for the rundown?
Sure.
All right. Ketel's going to give us the rundown for tonight's show. What you got on tap tonight, Ketel?
All right. Starting the first day of March. Wow, damn, we're here already. It's almost spring. That means about 2 more weeks. I can't wait for it. Okay, in focus tonight, judge temporarily blocks Texas SB4 immigration enforcement law. Also, black Republicans. On to white. White Chicago cop sues department to change his race. Interesting. Cocktail of the week tonight. I got a pretty good one. What's popping with Poppa DD? Also, our weird news. We're going to lighten it up. Leap year only newspaper. Also, it's not too cold for winter swimmers. And big crowds cheer competent competitors evading police and wrestling over beer. Okay? I'm just saying with Redwine tonight, there is no respect. Living for the City with Poppa DD, my Hollywood wrap-up, of course, the Kiss It list, and the last word. Sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail, and we'll be right back with In Focus.
Breaking news. This is Redwine. So much goes on in a week. And here on the original Pajama Party Show, we break it down for you from our unique point of view as only we can. Get in focus with Ketel, Poppa DD, and me for our take on stories you might not have heard. Stay in the know. We'll talk about what happened this week right here on the Pajama Party Show. So tune in every Friday night at 9 o'clock on apajamaparty.com or call 914-803-4306 and press 1 to join the conversation. We're standing by to take your call right now, so give us a call, 914-803-4306, and press 1 if you dare.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. One of the hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. All right, it's time to go in focus. And Ketel, you are in position 1 tonight. You're going to give us some details on what's going on with this Texas situation. So what you got for us?
Well, a federal judge temporarily blocked the SB4, the state's immigration enforcement law. You know, folks still trying to come across the border, and I still think we need to shut it down by a certain amount, but that's just me. A federal judge temporarily blocked the Texas law that would have allowed local police to arrest people suspected of being in the state illegally. So Senate Bill 4 was passed in the late 2023 as part of a priority package of immigration and border security bills championed by Governor Greg Abbott and far-right leaders. It would have also allowed local judges to order someone to return to Mexico, regardless of their nationality. A U.S. District Judge, Ezra, ruled on this past Thursday that the law is likely unconstitutional because the federal government has jurisdiction over immigration matters. It's complicated. Several factors warrant an injunction. First, Supreme Clause and Supreme Court precedent affirm that states may not exercise immigration enforcement power except as authorized by the federal government. So they more or less saying federal government, I guess, can send your ass back across that damn border if they want to. Second, SB4 conflicts with key provisions of federal immigration law to the determinant of the United States foreign relations and treaty obligations. It goes on to say the measure makes unauthorized entry into Texas from Mexico a misdemeanor for first offense, penalties increasing to a felony for subsequent violations. So if your ass come back over here, we're going to, put you down for a felony. Also, the lawsuit was filed by the American Civil Liberties Union of Texas and the Texas Civil Rights Project on behalf of El Paso-based Immigrant Advocacy Center. So they filed the lawsuit. It goes on to say this crucial decision allows us to continue to focus on efforts on building a safe, legal, humane immigration system, not contingent on abuses like racial profiling and harassment. Really. Texas has a clear right to defend itself from the drug smugglers, human traffickers, cartels, and illegal aliens crossing into our state. The consequences of the Biden administration's deliberate policy choices. Okay. Well, what do you guys think about that?
I don't know. I mean, Texas has been going through a lot, and they keep on trying to come up with their laws and regulations and whatnot. You know, because first Abbott was sending busloads of immigrants up north.
That's crazy.
So, what is the gist of this bill that they're trying to pass? They're just going to make it against the law now? I thought it was already against the law for immigrants to cross the border.
Let me see what this.
Well, you know what, though? In my opinion, I just think that everybody's talking out of both sides of their damn mouth, you know, because how you gonna first of all, if you look the other day at the news, both presidents was at the border at the same time. Okay? The president was in one area and Trump was down another area. He's down in another area of the border with the governor. Okay? Now, why wouldn't the governor be with the president?
Because he's a Trump
You ever thought
lover.
about that shit?
Because he's a Trump lover.
No, that's not an out.
But that's what the reason.
Yeah, but that's not an out.
That is the reason.
That's not an out, okay? First of all, the president's the fucking boss right now. He's the boss, all right? And it comes to a war, who pushes the fucking nuclear codes in to start World War III?
Right, the president.
Biden, not Trump.
Exactly.
Okay? So why are you kissing the wrong ass? That's what's wrong with the world today. If you cannot get, but you cannot.
That Trump is about to be the next president.
But that's a soft fucking alibi. You don't do it on your job, do you?
I would.
What do you do on your big? Wait a minute. Let's go back to basics here. We're not talking about no radical shit that people are doing. Radical shit don't win nothing.
I said rational.
I'm
rational.
I said radical.
Oh, okay.
Radical shit don't win nothing. Do you think Trump's actually going to win that election in November?
No.
No. You know why he's not going to win? Because every white person is not on his side that he thinks they are. Because a lot of them done changed their fucking minds. They just ain't telling him. Why? Because they all live on the same fucking block.
But the answer to your question is that the governor of Texas is on his side.
Yeah, but
that's why he was sitting up there with Trump.
First of all, no disrespect, okay, to this man and his handicapped situation. He was sitting in that wheelchair and looked like to me nobody gave a fuck about his ass in that wheelchair. They were all walking tall and walking like real strong white troopers standing up on their two legs, and he was trying to get across rocks in his wheelchair. Nobody was in the back of that wheelchair even helping him push that motherfucker. That's how sorry they are.
That's disrespectful.
And he's trying to keep up with them, and they're all macho and following Trump and everything, and he's tugging around on the rear behind him in a wheelchair.
Disrespectful.
Which means he is a disabled American. Okay? So you should be fucking with the person who's paying for your disability or whatever you're receiving at this time. Kissing Trump's ass is not the answer. Trump ain't nothing but a citizen right now, just like Barack, just like George Bush, just like Clinton.
Well, somebody needs
Who else?
to
How many other
that.
presidents is living?
But somebody needs to tell him.
Yeah, but
he's running around.
Yeah, right. Like you're the president.
Like
you're the president.
Realm. Exactly.
And you're going to different courts. And you're going here, and you're going here, and you're doing this, and you're doing that. You know, all you're doing is just building your bullshit legacy. Because I tell you what, death pays all debts. When his fucking ass dies, no disrespect, I ain't wishing no bad luck or ill fate on anybody. When he dies, ain't none of this shit he doing now gonna mean a goddamn thing. Because you know what? When you're dead, you're fucking dead. And it's all over. No matter how much you blew that fucking horn. When you die, you close them eyes, that heart stop beating, your body turn cold, rigor mortis starts to set in, you are a fucking has-been. You're done. I'm not saying that to be cold-blooded or morbid. That goes for all of us. We all going to die. We just don't know how or when. And we could be the most flamboyant motherfuckers on the planet. Look how many flamboyant people died. Want to run them down to you? Michael Jackson, Prince, George Michael,
Well, I want to go.
Luther Vandross.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go down the list. Whitney Houston. Let's go down the list. Sure, when you're up, you're up. But when you're down, you're down. And all the shit he's doing now, going in his 80s, come on now. All this charade, all this balloon raising, after a while, that shit is going to be, because everybody's getting older. Look at Blue Ivy. Damn, she's fucking damn near 13, 14 years old. Everybody's getting old. Look how old Madonna's children are now. Oh, look all these kids we saw as kids now. We now, you know who's in the draft, and I'm going to get off my horse on this. There was a guy that played with Peyton Manning, a wide receiver. His son is going to be in the draft, okay? His son, who's a wide receiver, is about to go into football.
The next generation.
Marvin Harrison is his name, okay? He played with Peyton Manning and won, a championship with him with the Indianapolis Colts. And now his fucking son will be the number 2 draft choice in the NFL draft in April. Marvin Harrison Jr. Time is moving.
But I'm going back to my original question, back to Ketel. Okay, so they're trying to pass a law to make it illegal for migrants to cross the border. But I'm confused because I thought it was already against the law. So is it not against the law?
Well, this particular law states that the judge temporarily blocked the Texas court, the Texas law. It was allowing local police to arrest people suspected of being in the state. So they blocked that. So they're saying that you can't do it because it's unconstitutional. So they're allowing people to come across. So like you say again, Texas with their antics, they are trying to, stop that. And like I say again, I still think that we should cut it off somewhere. If it's 100,000 people that are going to come through in 1 year, fine. Let them come. That's fine. But after that 1 year, then, you can't come. There's no more for right now.
I agree. Set a limit.
But there should be a huge wait station, in my opinion. There should be a huge wait station that they should build right off of the borders where everybody can be processed. But when you put them on the bus and you send them all over the damn world, hell, you're spreading cancer all up in this shit. What do they have to do?
I think there is a place where they process. There is a system, but I'm saying they'll keep coming. There's no stopping. So Texas is like, look, we full already. We don't want all these immigrants here. But the judge is saying, no, it's unconstitutional. You can't do that. So they still going to try to push, I'm quite sure, to get it passed.
But I don't know if the processing is still happening like it used to be.
Yeah, putting them on the bus and sending them
like
to New York.
Folk could just move it on through and keep it pushing.
Put them on the bus.
But that's crazy because like we don't know what they have. They might have diseases. They shooting, killing, this, that. I mean, that's one thing I have to say. Trump, I kind of do agree. Some things he was saying. You got to cut it off somewhere. They can't keep coming over here, and that's what you see in the news is either raping or killing or shooting or whatever. But still a lot of black on black crime, but still. There's a lot of immigrants that come over here and, they're trying to survive, I guess. But, okay, we're going to go to the soapbox.
We're all trying to survive, but okay.
Yeah,
all
we
right.
are. Yeah.
All right. We're going to kick it over to you, Poppa DD. What's your focus tonight?
It's a rough.
I know, that immigration topic is crazy.
Yeah, because it's a distractor, in my opinion. I'll be honest with you, because, they focus on Hispanic people and all that when the fucking Asians and everybody else is coming in from other areas like it ain't shit.
Oh, yeah.
So,
a lot of different cultures crossing the borders.
Yes, they are. And they in Hollywood winning fucking Oscars and everything else. And nobody asking them where the hell they came from or when they got here or whatever. But that's another story.
Gonna go on with it now.
But
what you got?
Anyway, let's lighten up a little bit, shit.
Okay.
Let's talk about these. Well, this ain't really lightening it, but these black Republicans, man. And the sad part about it, there's only about 5 altogether. To be honest with you, I think I don't have the names in front of me, but I don't need the names because we all done seen these jokers. You got a brother in Florida. I can't even call him brother. What the fuck did I even use that term? You got a guy in Florida. You got Minnesota. You got South Carolina. 5 altogether. Now, the reason why these jokers go Republican is because in order to get a job as a politician on a higher level, all you got to do is get elected. There's no job interview. There's no second interview. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Come back, let's interview you a second time. You know, you go out there with your popularity, just like that movie Distinguished Gentleman with Eddie Murphy. The name you know. You want to put your name out there. Why you think people like all these different people that's been in there for years, they get reelected? Because people almost go in the booth blindfolded. And then they did so much gerrymandering with different districts and everything, and they have neutralized the vote. And then when it comes to the Fair Voting Act and things, this stuff not being passed, there's all kind of sneaky shit and everything where people just getting elected and reelected. And don't you think that Trump right now is not back at Mar-a-Lago with a map of the world on how he's going to strategize everything in November? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's going to have a play like a NFL team about to run a play. That's how they're going to play that. And that's what they're doing on the inside. They're doing this fake me out stuff on the outside as a distraction. But you best believe on the inside, that guy is still there, the one he hired as the Postmaster General. He's still there. Okay? And remember when he first came in, how crooked he was? Oh, yeah. Taking mailboxes and shit like that. He's still on the job.
Real quiet.
But he's still there. Mm-hmm. So ain't shit changed.
What's his name? Something like Lovejoy or something?
Yeah, they going there. They just taking a different approach. Yeah. But getting back to these black politicians, okay, especially kiss-ass Tim Scott. When he was up on stage saying, I love Trump, boy, that had to be the most step-and-fetch-it house nigga shit I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Then when he talked to him, he talks about his single mom and how they were, we were raised so she my single mom. Well, you ain't, you ain't doing so bad no more, are you? Big time senator and shit, about to marry a little white woman and shit, and all the shit you got going on now. You got the whole package. Moved out the hood and shit, and using your mom as an excuse and alibi on how fuck up your upbringing. We can tell how fuck your upbringing is because your teeth are so fucked up. You can tell you either did some shit or ate some bad shit or something coming up because your overbite is so fucked up that, ain't nobody take your ass to the dentist when you were younger. And we started making money as a senator. You should have sat down and got you some, some dental work done, first and foremost. But, he's a step and fetch it, house Negro. And I'm only talking about him because he's showing his ass. Because as a black man, I know my struggle every day of life. And I was raised by decent parents. I wasn't raised by a single parent. I had a mother and a father in the house for 70 fucking years they were married. Okay? So I'm not crying on that particular alibi of that particular situation. If that's your story, that's your story. But that story don't make you no better. It don't make you no worse. Shit, I didn't become a senator, so something worked out for your ass. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. People get on the news and they're on fucking ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, Fox, and all this shit, talking about how fucking poor they were. And now, but you ain't saying how much of a sellout you are now. And are you referencing your mom anymore? No, mom live in a big-ass house now, too. You done got her straight. But why you still acting like a damn field Negro? I don't get it. Then you got the other brother in Florida, this guy named, I think his last name was Donalds, if I ain't mistaken. This side of the mouth ass talking guy. And they all got this talk like they're, and these niggas are darker than me, complexion wise. Hell, if the Klan starts shooting, they gonna shoot your dark ass first. I'm a yellow motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm gonna leave it there. But all I'm saying is that, you can be what you want to be, Democrat, Republican, but it's a song by Stevie Wonder on the Hotter Than July album. The album that has Master Blaster jamming on there and Lately, and where he has the cornrows. Remember Hotter Than July album where he has the cornrows on it? There's a song on there on side 2 on the Hotter Than July album called You can't cash in your face. Play that song by Stevie Wonder when you get the opportunity. You might have the cash, but you can't cash in your face.
All righty. Black Republicans. Yeah, they out there. And, you know, it's funny because the ones you mentioned, you were the 5. You're talking about the ones that are like representatives and senators and all that.
Yeah.
But there's a whole bunch of them.
Oh, yeah, around the world,
that's out here.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just running all kind of foolishness.
Because they're not even running their own merit anymore. They're running on the base of Trump.
Yeah. Live,
act, talk, and walk like Trump, and you pick up votes that he has already laid out.
They think Trump is going to be some kind of a safety net savior or something.
What happens when he's gone?
Like, y'all are really in for a rude awakening.
What happens when he's gone? I don't mean death. I'm not saying that at all.
I mean, when he doesn't get elected, it's going to be interesting because these guys have all jumped out. You got people changing their party affiliation. That mayor in, I forgot where, that just recently, where was that?
In Dallas.
Dallas, thank you. Mayor of Dallas. That's a black man.
Eric Johnson.
Yeah, put him on the kiss it list. He just changed his party affiliation like in the last couple of days from Democrat to Republican.
Yeah.
I'm like, so what is that game?
Because he doesn't have to campaign. He just goes by.
Because these guys think that they're going to be on the quote-unquote winning team. They're looking at the polls and all this stuff. Everybody's saying
money,
Trump is going to win.
How easy it
Trump
is.
has got all the numbers. Trump has got the votes. And they think, oh, let's switch up. Let's get on the winning team. I'm like, okay, y'all go ahead and switch up. See what happens. But anyway, I'm going to keep it moving. Keep it moving because that makes me angry.
Keep it moving.
I don't want to be angry. But I am going to talk about something else that's kind of nutty. All right, my in focus story is about this cop in Chicago who let me just give you the story. It's a veteran cop who says he does not identify as Caucasian and he wants to change his racial designation in his personnel file from white to one that he believes is more appropriate. And he has even taken a genetic test to prove that he is not Caucasian. But he claims that the department, the Chicago Police Department, will not let him change his race designation.
Ethnicity?
Yeah, they won't let him change it. So according to a $1 million civil rights lawsuit filed by Officer Muhammad Youssef, who joined the Chicago Police Department in 2004, he was compelled to identify as Caucasian despite not identifying as white. Now, Youssef, who is of Egyptian descent and currently identifies as Egyptian and African American, wants a federal judge to make the Chicago Police Department update their records to accurately reflect his race as North African. So while the other CPD officers can correct their gender, and that was the key, he felt like, okay, if people can change their gender identity, why can't I change my racial identity? So he was saying that while other officers can change their gender to match their gender identity, why is he being barred from accurately, having his racial designation match his actual racial identity? And that's what the lawsuit states. So the lawsuit also claims that because of the incorrect racial designation of Youssef as Caucasian, that he has been passed over for merit system promotions up to the level of sergeant. Now, when Youssef joined the CPD in 2004, they're saying that the onboarding paperwork did not include a racial or ethnic category that really fit him. You know how when you have to check those boxes and they say, are you Caucasian? Are you Hispanic? Are you black or African American, Asian Pacific, and all those things? He said none of those things matched his ethnic category, so he selected he didn't want to disclose. You know, when they say you choose not to disclose, he checked that box. But then when he went and asked his higher up for guidance on what should I select, they told him just mark white. So I guess that's what ended up happening. And now he's alleging that he's been continually passed over for promotion, and he has watched other people of color who have been less qualified than him and who have had disciplinary actions in their record get promoted over him. So I guess he's looking at it like, so is being white is keeping me out of the game of getting moved up. Get me out of that and put me in the group where I really should be. Put me in the minority category, and then I'll be promoted like these other minority folks. So that's pretty much what's going on. So there's a hearing that's scheduled for May 14th in the Chicago Federal Court to hear his case. I thought this was a really interesting one. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. What you think about that one, Ketel?
Fascinating. Interesting. We always trying to fight for our white. Now, this man, he's black, but he put on there white. Now, what side are you on? But maybe he should have checked other, because really all of us are mixed in some form of fashion. So, my thing is, it's unconstitutional to ask if I'm black, white, other, or whatever. But they do have a slide where it says, what, none of your damn business?
Yeah. But see, he's looking at, okay, all these black guys have been promoted. And he gave some statistics, and showed how many officers since like 2004 have been promoted. And it's only been like 5 that were white, and there's been, a much higher number that were people of color. So he's like, basically, because he's listed as Caucasian, he feels like, black people are getting a racial preference. And he wants to be able to, take advantage of that, too. Since he's saying he doesn't really identify as Caucasian, his bosses told him to check that box. That's what he said.
It's going to be interesting, because this may go all the way to the Supreme Court. It should be interesting what the judge is going to say. And I'm quite sure if the judge say, okay, denied or whatever, not in his favor, he may go further. He was just going by what his superiors told him to do. But if that's not who you are, then, fair is fair. So, I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just blowing my mind.
Yeah. What do you think about that one, Poppa DD? Yeah, that one can go pretty deep. Because like he said, if people can change their gender, why can't I change my race, my ethnicity?
You're right. That gender thing is big today.
Yeah. If gender can be fluid, why can't race or ethnicity?
Fluid. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it. All righty. Let's see. We're going to take a break and come back with the cocktail of the week, or are you ready to jump in, Ketel?
Let's take a CC break.
All right. We'll take a quick break, and then we're coming back with Ketel and the cocktail of the week on the Pajama Party Show.
This is the Pajama Party coming to you live. What's on your mind? Call us on 914-803-4306. Got an opinion or just want to say hello to the crew? Hello! You know what to do. Call 914-803-4306. If you just want to listen to the show online, go to www.apajamaparty.com and click the banner in the upper right corner. But if you want to talk to the crew, you need to call us on 914-803-4306 and press 1. We'll get to your call as soon as possible. It's nothing but fun and a pillow fight every Friday night at the Pajama Party. And remember, PJs only, no clothes allowed. Now back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party. Bartender, another round for the house. Thank you, darling.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. One host, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. All right. It's time for Ketel and the cocktail of the week. What you got for us, Ketel?
Okay. This one is called the Kombucha Vodka Highball. Kombucha. Kombucha. Vodka Highball. Okay. It's 1.5 ounces of your favorite vodka. My favorite is Ketel, of course. Ketel 1. 3/4 ounces of fresh lime juice. 2 teaspoons of simple syrup. 3 ounces of ginger-flavored kombucha, and lime wedge for serving. Combine vodka, lime, and simple syrup in an ice-filled glass, topped with kombucha, and garnish with a lime wedge. And that is the Kombucha Vodka Highball. It's very refreshing. Very good.
Okay. That sounds very refreshing. I agree.
Yeah, trying to step into spring. Why not?
Okay.
Nice and fresh.
Let's celebrate March with some kombucha.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
All right. That's a good one. All righty. Well, it's down to you, Poppa DD. What's poppin'?
Man, there's so much going on in the world today.
Well, what you got for us?
Well, let's talk about the Philadelphia Phillies baseball team. Now, pretty good team. Sometimes they're slow during the regular season, but they seem to always kind of get near the playoffs at the end. They get the city all excited, and it just becomes like a fest of, everybody in there cheering and the daily thing. Oh, the Phillies went to the playoffs. Oh, my God, they won game 1, game 2. Even if they lose at the end, the Phillies, the fans get fired up. Anyway, for the last 27 years, they had something called, it was a discount night where the hot dogs, they sold dollar hot dogs. It was called a dollar night hot dog. But what they did wrong, and they did it for years, but they kept going for it and turned their back on it and looking the other way. The quarters and everything would be backed up like crazy if people were getting a hot dog, because a hot dog only cost $1. It was called dollar nights. They sold thousands and thousands of hot dogs. Put on a bun, and you go over to the back, and you got all your ketchup and mustard and stuff over the back, which is unheard of for a hot dog. And they would do it a couple times during the year. But what happened is that when people started getting drunk, they would start throwing the hot dogs all around the stadium at each other. They wrapped up in foil, then throwing them down at the team, at the dugout and everything. Umpire had to stop the game, clean all the hot dogs off the field. So this year they decided to stop it. Now, people in Philly are complaining about it. This just came out the other day up in Philly. People complain about it, but Philly's got a lot of money. They've been in the playoffs a couple of years. They won the World Series a few years ago. They got a big sold-out crowd every time, and people that go to different sports bars and everything in Philly interviewing them saying they should be ashamed of themselves stopping the dollar night because that team is worth a lot of money. They make a lot of money, and the fans support them to the max, and they're going to cut out a couple of the fun nights they had. So they said, all right, well, we'll do a 2-for-1. Buy one, get one free. So 2 hot dogs will cost you $5. Now, hot dogs are normally costing $5 a piece. That's why everybody gyrated to the $1 night thing, because hot dogs at the Phillies baseball park are $5 a piece. Could you imagine spending $5 for a fucking hot dog? And it's not like it's a ballpark or nothing, hot dog, or, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is a hot dog they got from a wholesale district or something. You know, because they sell it in abundance. But so people complaining, man. They're saying that, you know, it's a damn shame that why you stopping the dollar night like that on hot dogs. But, you know, the people, and I'll say people, I'll say white people, because that's the majority of people that go to these Philly games or baseball games, period. So white folks are just losing their mind. They get a few beers in their ass, and they start throwing hot dogs around like they can afford, like they're so well-to-do, they can just throw food around like kids. And look down the field, there's 100 damn hot dogs on the field.
So were they celebrating or were they angry?
No, they were just throwing them around.
Just for the fun
For the fun of it. There wasn't no anger or nothing like that.
Wow.
Yeah, pulled up. It's called Dollar Night. It is a couple times a year. People look forward to it, but now the different general managers of the stadium stopped it. They said, nah, it's too much of a risk. You guys are making a mess. You're throwing food around and all kind of shit. You know why? Another reason why I think they stopped it too? Because when you throw all them hot dogs around like that, you're not going to collect them all. And what happens in the middle of the night around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning? That's right. Fucking Mickey and Minnie Mouse and fucking big-ass rats.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
That's what they're worried about.
Okay. So that's what's popping. No more dollar hot dogs, huh?
No more dollar hot dogs at the Phillies games.
Oh, well.
But they won't.
While it lasted, huh?
So now it's buy one, get one free.
For what, $5?
$5.
See, one person has to blow it for everybody. Because it was probably one person that started the food fight, and then everybody joins in.
There's more than one.
Well, it usually takes one to start it. All right, well, we'll take a quick break, and then we're going to lighten it up with the weird news on the Pajama Party Show. Let's see, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to give you the weird news tonight. Be right back.
Tune in every Friday night to join Redwine for her commentary. I'm just saying. She'll tell you what's on her mind and give it to you straight, no chaser, because that's how she rolls. On the Pajama Party Show, you know it's the original Pajama Party Show, right here on Blog Talk Radio. You can listen online at apajamaparty.com or feel free to call in and join the show and let her know if you agree or if you disagree. The number is 914-803-4306. Give her a call. Let her know. Because after all, she's just saying. So add your opinion to the conversation on the original Pajama Party Show. We'll see you there.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. One of the hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. All right. It is time for the weird news, and I've got the first one. Let's see. Oh, this one is a leap year story. You know, this is a leap year. So this one comes out of Paris. Read all about it right now, or you'll have to wait another 4 years. Satirical French newspaper La Bougie du Sapeur only comes out on February 29th, period. It's a leap year only publication filled with cringe-worthy puns and commentary on events of the past 4 years. The 2024 edition includes an article suggesting that France does not need schools anymore thanks to artificial intelligence. Another floats the idea of dismantling the Eiffel Tower during the Paris Olympics to reduce security risk and having IKEA produce a manual for rebuilding it. These are all satirical, satire stuff. Some friends started this newspaper as a joke in 1980, naming it after a comic book figure who was born on February 29th. Their previous edition was in 2020 when there was the last leap year, as the world went into COVID-19 lockdowns. That edition sold 120,000 copies. Revenue from the newsstand sales goes mainly to a charity for people with developmental disorders, including autism. The editors are proudly politically incorrect, and some articles seem rather, dated, but that's the point. That and lifting the mood a bit. When the world goes out of whack, read its once in 4 years editorial. Sometimes you just have to laugh about it. So, there you have it. A leap year only newspaper comes out every 4 years when it's leap year.
Well, damn, that's crazy. The
Who
only
knew?
drawback is they have to gather a lot of information. Other than that, they don't have to worry about it for another 4 years.
Well, it's
That's
all
crazy.
satire anyway, so you can just make jokes about stuff, write it how you want, and there you have it. But that's my weird news. All right, over to you, Kel. What you got that's weird?
It's not too cold for winter swimmers. Okay, y'all crazy. In Vermont, Newport, Vermont, plunging into a frozen lake and swimming laps may not be everyone's good time, but for winter swimmers who return year after year to northern Vermont, lake near the Canadian border, there's nothing better. The 10th annual, hey, I might check it out, 10th annual. What is it called? Memphramagog Winter Swimming Festival kicked off on Friday with a 200-meter freestyle race in a narrow pool cut from the ice. But the festivities started Thursday. On Friday morning, some of the 180 participants swamped a lap wearing a decorated hat. It was amazing. It's the highlight of my year, said Andy Nelson of Arlington, Virginia, of course, crazy. After swimming 25 meters in the hat competition, it makes me happy. She plans to complete in all events over the 3 days and said it's more about the people and camaraderie than the icy water. Kudos to them. I'm not going. Have a good damn time.
So you said they swim wearing hats?
Yeah, that's the one competition. That's the lap wearing decorated hat.
Oh, in the frozen water.
In the frozen water.
Okay.
180 participants. Yeah, almost 200 participants. Hey.
Uh-huh. And I doubt any of these people were black.
Okay. Vermont.
Okay.
Hello.
I doubt it. Okay. Thank you, Ketel. All right, Poppa DD, over to you. What you got weird
for? That seems to be our premise tonight, is where we belong and where we don't belong. But it's sad because that's one of the fallbacks of the world today, is that everybody is trying to migrate themselves into some shit they really shouldn't be bothered with. And that's why the news is so interesting, because everybody is, just like we talked about earlier, the black politicians, the Tim Scotts and all the rest of them.
Yeah, these black Republicans.
Uncle Tom ass guys up here talking like they're so. Anyway, but this is another story relating to something like that. This is in St. Augustine, Florida.
Okay.
They got dozens of people across they come from all over. They have this big ass Olympic sport type of situation where they just go crazy. They get in this building and they're just like doing all kind of crazy shit. They wear tank tops and cut off shorts and they got all kind of insane athletic showdown, like wrestling and reptile fighting and brawling in the street, drinking, gun firing.
What?
All kinds of crazy shit. And like you said, then you look up and you see 7-8 black folks, and you say, and like 7-8 black people and 400 white people, and you say to black people, "What the fuck are y'all doing here?"
Like, are you lost?
Yeah, y'all lost. I mean, you know damn well this ain't what we do.
This is not your
these
crowd.
Are my friends. These are my friends. Well, these are my friends. Yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
So what else now? What is this thing called?
It's called the, I don't know, but it starts off with a Star Spangled Banner on electric guitar, and then they start.
Of course it does.
Then they start drinking a bunch of beer, wrestling, fighting, like I said, reptile fighting. It costs $45 to get in, and it's packed. And some people just sit back and watch, and some people participate. It's just an all-out fucking white fest where they're just doing a bunch of crazy shit. And it does
this is in Florida?
Yeah, in Florida. Yeah, your boy DeSanto's town.
Ooh-wee.
Let me tell you something.
I am not surprised.
The further you go out in Florida, all of the Key West and all that, to see some of their Mardi Gras and stuff, and some of their pajama shit, they do all kinds of stuff at night.
Where's St. Augustine? Is that?
I'm not sure what location.
I don't know where that is. How far south? Okay.
Probably like Panhandle or something like that.
I don't know. Okay. Well, that's the weird news for you. Some kind of weird competition going on in Florida where white folk get buck wild.
And they black people. It's like up on them ski slopes.
My.
Your people.
Hey. We get out there. Some of us get out on the ski slope.
No. Meet me in the clubhouse.
I mean, some of us. We do.
Too old be fixing bones.
Anywho, we're going to take a break.
Damn tree.
All right. While you lament that, we're going to take a break. And we're coming back on the other side with I'm Just Saying.
So I was looking over the Cocktail of the Week archives, and we've had so many really great drinks over the past year and a half.
We've had our original signature drink called the Pajama Party and a game changer, and of course we have the last word.
I like the Revolution. It was Hennessy, lemon and lime juice, agave juice, and bitters with jalapeno slices.
Ooh-wee! I like that Crown Royal Flush with the Crown Royal, peach schnapps, and cranberry juice.
Oh yeah. And one of my favorites was the what's it called? The Dutch Mule. Yeah, the Dutch Mule with the Ketel orange vodka, lime juice, and ginger beer.
There are so many to choose from on the apajamaparty.com website.
So check out the Cocktail of the Week archives to get the recipes.
And you can find out how to make the cocktail of the week and sip along with us.
Are there instructions there too?
Sure they are, along with pictures of the drink so you know exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So what's that y'all got in your glass?
This is a boomerang.
Well, I got a Kinky Reed over here.
And I got the aviator.
Get the recipes at www.apajamaparty.com and click on Cocktail of the Week.
Cheers!
Do you have unruly children? Do they misbehave in school and get bad grades? Are timeouts completely ineffective? Are you scared to spank them because they might have you arrested? What they need is a new school where discipline is number one and education is secondary. What they need is
Whoop That Ass Academy.
Here at the
Whoop That Ass Academy.
we don't have discipline problems. Know why? We're privately owned and we do what we want. And when kids get out of hand,
We whoop that ass.
timeout is for football games. When kids want to show off, we don't give them a timeout. We just
Whoop that ass.
We don't make a kid stand in the corner. That's my house plan. When one of our kids gets out of order, we snatch him out of that classroom and
Whoop that ass.
Here at WTA Academy, we make sure they learn the basics of reading and writing, math, and science. But above all else, they learn discipline. This is what will keep your kids out of jail. Make the world a better place. Sometimes you gotta whoop
that ass.
And we do. Here at WTA Academy, our motto is, we care enough to whoop
that ass.
They may not read and write too well, but they'll act like they've got sense because we whoop
that ass.
So bring your kids on down to
Whoop That Ass Academy.
We'll get them straight.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party 1. This is Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling.
So, you ready, Redwine?
Yes, I am.
Take away what I'm just saying.
All righty. Well, tonight I'm just saying there is no respect. That's the topic. There is no respect. Now, you guys probably heard this week several times about Trump addressing a group of, again, these black Republicans. There was a group of 500 black Republicans in South Carolina over the weekend where they eagerly paid up to $500 a ticket for this event where Trump was the guest speaker. And Trump was there showing off as usual. And I just feel like, I don't understand why these people don't realize that Trump doesn't have any love or respect for black people. But people keep on wanting to pretend that he does. Now, like I said, Trump was there, guest speaker, guest of honor, whatever they call it. And as usual, he got up there to the podium, rambling about a bunch of foolishness, trying to be funny, whatever. And these black Republicans gave Trump an award called the Champion of Black America Award. I'm like, are y'all serious? The Champion of Black America Award? First of all, I don't even know what are the standards for winning this award that I've never even heard of. But Trump is certainly not black folks' champion by any stretch of the imagination. Who designated you 500 black Republicans to designate Trump as the daggone champion of black America? Are y'all tripping? Anyway, these black folks sat there clapping and laughing at Trump like a bunch of field hands from on a plantation with all of the stupid stuff that he was saying. A bunch of idiotic, foolish statements that he was making. And they just sat there cheesing it up like, oh, he's so wonderful, he's so wonderful. And these people claim to be so intelligent, so forward-thinking, and they claim to be so conservative, yet you allowed that man to stand in front of your black faces and say derogative things about black people. But, all this stuff about, okay, for example, he says black people relate to him because he had a mugshot, and black people have gotten plenty of mugshots, so therefore there's some kind of symbiotic relationship between him and black people because of his mugshot. And then he said, well, he's been indicted so many times that he relates to black people and black people relate to him because of his numerous indictments. I think he has, 91 of them by now? How in the world does that have anything to do with black people? Like black people are the only ones that ever get mugshots, arrested, indicted? Really, Donald Trump? But to even make a statement like that, it's racist, it's disrespectful, it's derogatory. How dare you try to make statements about, I relate and black people like me, but he said black people love me because they relate to me. I'm like, are you serious? So because you're a criminal, you think that gives you some connection to black people? Are you calling black people criminals on the low? Is that what that was about? That's some bullcrap. And black people need to wake the freak up. Don't let this man disrespect you and grin in your face. Y'all think he's funny? He can be funny all he wants, but don't be fooled. That man has no respect and no love for us as a people. He is a criminal. You need to see him as the criminal and liar that he is. I'm so disgusted with these black Republicans that they allowed this man to stand up on that podium and they gave him that award as the champion of black America. No, he's the champion of you stupid black Republicans in that room. That's what that was, and that's what you should have said. He's not a champion of black America. Y'all don't represent, nor do you speak for black America. So let's not even play that game. I'm just saying, Trump if you go back and like what Poppa DD said earlier, you got to check his history. Trump is on record historically as having said all kind of racist and derogatory things about black people. So don't be fooled. Just because now he got these sneakers, that was another comment he made. Oh, black people love me because they love the sneakers. So now you're trying to make us like we're just stupid. Oh, we like sneakers, so therefore we're going to love you. Well, Nike and who else makes sneakers? So do we just automatically supposed to love them too? Come on, man. Get real. This is Redwine, and I'm just saying, wake up, people. This man doesn't respect black people. He just wants your vote. Don't be misled enough to give it to him because he has nothing good in store for us. And that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Makes me angry.
That was a good one. All right, then. That was a good one.
Talking about they love me because they love sneakers. What?
How stupid is that? Doesn't even make sense.
Oh, God. We love Jamaican food, too. Does that mean we're going to run off behind a Rastafarian? Give me a break.
Okay.
I'm so tired of it. Tired of it. Tired of him. Tired of stupidity. Wake up, folks. Wake up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to shift gears and hand the mic over to Poppa DD. It's time for living for the city, Poppa DD. What's happening in the city? What you got?
You know, that was some deep stuff you said there.
We got to call it out.
Yeah, well, it just goes to show you how broke up we are, you know, as people. We're our survival is really in the hands of ourselves anymore. You know, there's no. I mean, thank God we was able to put together Soul Train and stuff like that. Stuff we was able to relate to together. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Any kind of real black history we were able to focus on as kids that we all got together and understood and seen and listened to Motown and Temptations and shit like that kept us together for real. You know, and right now, I mean, we're so broke up with popularity and people and so-called money and things like that. You know, money to me is just a means to an end. I don't care what people's motives are or what their ambitions are of trying to make it. When you make it, the first thing you need to do is do the right thing, and that's handle your fucking business. Okay? Because nowadays, you can't even live in a world where me being a person of a certain age, I don't want to date myself, but we had the opportunity to mess up and a decade later make up for that, you know? Like you did some crazy shit in your 20s and 30s and was able to, by the time you was 40, get your shit together and go ahead on and do right and live right. People can't do that today. With internet and video and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and all that. That's it. You show your titties one time, that's it. Them motherfuckers in 1,000 places, right?
Mhm.
Okay? You do some dumb shit one time and your shit is done. You do some crazy shit, you get stopped by the wrong cop, you're going to get shot. You know? And there's a lot of people that testify to that. And they'll storm your house in the middle of the night and just come in and start, you know, flat blasting, shooting and everything else and don't care who's in there. Man, women, or children. And that's evident every day by the news we see every day. Repeat stories, repeat situations. Storming another house, having the wrong address. Stop another black man, killing him. You know, we don't have a leg to stand on. And like you said about them talking about Trump, what the hell is Trump doing to correct any of that shit? He don't give a fuck about none of that. That man is on a mission to get back in that White House because that's where he feel his powerful ass need to be. He think he's on the same level as Putin and all them. And the other guy, the crazy motherfucker from North Korea, you know?
Yeah.
He want to sit down. he want to sit down and powwow with them again. Like they give a shit about us. I've never seen yet in life where evil beat out good. Have any of y'all seen that?
No.
In all our history of life, all the crazy shit we've seen, did you ever see evil win? Good has always prevailed. Always. This shit Trump is doing, that stuff ain't going to prevail because it's deceptive. And after a while, people do come to their senses. All them crazy white folks he got in this corner. Biden said something today, and I'll close on this here. Biden said something when he was down at the
where at the border? Mm-hmm.
He said, "Why don't we get together and fix this?" Talking about Trump. He said, "If you got ideas and I got ideas, why don't we get together?" And he's talking to him like he's a president or like he got some kind of clout, because he probably does in his own community of people. But Trump is up there with Abbott, and they just rah, 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 fuck him, shut it down. Biden brought them all in. That's why the hole's open, because of Biden. Everything Trump says, he puts a person or a name behind a problem. And it's everybody but him. But who the fuck is sitting in court with these indictments and everything? And all kinds of shit. Owing this woman $300 million. You know what I mean? You got all kind of shit going on. You try and distract it and take the weight off of it by floating around the world and acting all politically, correct. When you got more criminal shit going on, and it's interesting. I mean, I just wonder what happens if they lose the election in November. Well, what will they do? We saw what they're capable of doing. But what are they going to do if they lose the election? Can they fucking handle that?
I think they're going to self-detonate. They're all going to just explode.
They're going to say, we want to recount. They're going to recount the shit out of that over and over again.
That's what I mean. Their heads are going to explode, and they'll be demanding about all this is fake. It was stolen. It was some fake this and that, and who did what, and who was unfair, and it's never going to be right if they lose. And if
Trump does win, you're going to see more KKK shit, more Aryan Nation shit, more undercover white shit. They're going to come out of the fucking woodwork. Because their boss is back in the White House, and that's where all the buck stops right there. That's why he want to get back in there, because when he was in, why you think when it came time for him to leave, he was losing his mind? He couldn't believe that he had to leave the White House. That man got comfortable up in there.
That was a seat of power. He didn't want to let it go.
So.
Okay.
Ooh, boy. Yeah, he didn't want to
leave.
Crazy,
He won't leave.
He didn't want to let it go. That thing
but
had
that was,
good.
I had to say, that's the first presidency I've never seen them exchange, control or.
Yeah.
He just left.
Comfortable.
He didn't give it.
Yeah.
He just said, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
And you know what, Ketel? These
protocol was thrown out the window.
You know what, Ketel? These jokers are transferring nuclear.
Yeah, the nuclear codes.
Codes. You know what I mean? Nuclear codes. He's like, no.
That makes me uncomfortable at night to know that if he gets back in, that fool has access to the nuclear codes. Oh, my gosh.
He's a crazy motherfucker.
That's crazy.
Okay.
All right. A lot to think about.
Yes, indeedy. You're right. It's a lot to process.
And you know what's so sad about all of it, though, and I mean this sincerely. There's a lot of us a lot of our young black people of certain age, certain demographic, that's not even watching the news. They don't know about none of this shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They don't know about none of this. They don't watch the news at all. And they'll admit it. I don't watch no news. Then what the fuck are you watching? What are you not seeing every day that's happening every day?
Watching reality TV.
Reality TV, they're on MTV, whatever. They're on Love and Hip Hop and Stars, and they're watching the latest 50 Cent joint and all the I mean, sure, that's entertaining, but there's a time and place for everything. And you got to stop every now and then and smell the roses.
There it is.
Open up that window, see what the fuck going on outside. But
well, all right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with Ketel, and she's going to have the Hollywood wrap-up for us on the Pajama Party Show.
Hey, Ketel, what's poppin'?
I don't know. I'm just living for the city.
Well, let's check in with Poppa DD on the Pajama Party Show to find out.
His segment called Living for the City is his own opinion about what's really going on in the city.
And his other segment talks about what's poppin' everywhere else, according to him. And I don't want to miss that.
Tune in every Friday night at 9 o'clock to catch Poppa DD for Living for the City.
And for What's Poppin' on the Pajama Party Show.
Call 914-803-4306 and press 1 if you dare to challenge his opinion.
Or you can go to apajamaparty.com to listen online. It's always interesting.
And always entertaining. Don't miss Poppa DD on the original Pajama Party Show.
Call 914-803-4306 or go to apajamaparty.com.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. One who's Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. Woo, it's that time. It's that time. Time for Ketel. Gonna give us all the good juice. Got that Hollywood juice. Woo, come on, Poppa DD, with the intro. Let's get it, get it. Come on, Poppa DD.
You ready?
Yes, come on with it. Deliver. Deliver.
Hollywood, Hollywood.
All right, take it away, Ketel.
Madonna. She should be ashamed of herself. Madonna had a montage of an AIDS tribute, and she had Luther Vandross's picture up there. Luther Vandross's face said, ain't happening. So his estate requested that Madonna remove the tribute because he was never diagnosed with AIDS or the HIV virus. Okay, Madonna, you're doing too much. I think you need to sit your ASS down.
Wow.
Come on, Madonna. Okay, she's just doing too much. Also, Terrence Howard faces $903,115 of tax bills. Claims of injustice and slavery legacy. Interesting. The actor cited 400 years of forced labor and never receiving any compensation for it as part of his decision to avoid paying his taxes. Ain't gonna happen. You want to pay it, then you just want to get a bill coming back to you. Their grand total also included interest and penalties after he allegedly threatened Justice Department lawyer Maria Elizabeth Ruth. But Howard is standing 10 toes down as he believes it's immoral for the United States government to charge taxes to descendants of slaves. Okay, all right. In November, the TV star denied owing taxes in alleged voicemail that he left for his lawyer. During that message, he also threatened to publicly shame her by posting the lawsuit against him on the internet. Wow. Interesting. Efforts to reach Howard in Chicago and California have been unsuccessful. Then, in a turn of events, he was served with papers in 2023 while attending the Twin Cities Film Festival in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. Interesting. Judge Murphy said that he had more than sufficient detail to demonstrate the court's attempts to reach out to the actor for the past 14 months. So, guess what? Homeboy, you got to pay them taxes. So, I ain't got time for your BS. You would try it on with somebody else, I guess. That's what they're saying. Okay, try it on with somebody else. Nas, haven't heard his name in a while. The rapper joined the Resort World $5 billion casino expansion in Queens. The vision of at Duck Park is to transform the casino in the legendary rapper's hometown into a full-fledged establishment that mirrors the company's priorities in Las Vegas. So he partnered up with Resorts World, New York City, for this particular expansion deal. According to the press release, the project will expand the casino floor to 350,000 square feet, making it one of the largest in the world. It also includes 3,000 units of workforce house, more than 50 acres of new dedicated park space, and new transit connections to JFK and Manhattan. Okay. Interesting.
Okay, now.
All right. I ain't mad at it. I did hear that Jay-Z was trying to do something in New York City, but I guess Nas beat him to the challenge, I guess. I don't know. That's on point, though. Kudos to you,
But
man.
I didn't know he had money like that, but okay.
Hey, you know, he could be using his name. They could be paying him. You know, he might got some money somewhere. Stash.
Yeah.
Also, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky star in the new Fenty short film. The power couple is unstoppable. In the new teaser that the Lift Me Up singer dropped on Tuesday on social media, Riri and Ricky are putting their love on full display. We're here for it. Okay. In the clip, the power couple was captured serving roaring 20s vibes. Okay. Last month, A$AP Rocky starred in another ad for the product on the brand's IG account. Okay. Oh, you know what? I've seen him. He advertises also a liquor. Maybe it's his own liquor. I had to put the two together. That is A$AP. Okay, that's Riri's hubby. Okay, I ain't mad at you.
Well, I didn't know he was advertising for a liquor brand, but okay.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's a cognac. It's a brown liquor. It's in your lane, Poppa DD. So it's a brown liquor. Yeah. So kudos to them. So when they getting together, they trying to be a Beyonce and Jay-Z, I guess, power couple. I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
She's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is a billionaire.
Yeah. This is an interesting one. Sanaa Lathan, I haven't heard her name in a while, stars in new Audible original The Justice reveals that she wishes to portray her character on screen. She's using her voice for James Patterson Audible thriller called The Justice. Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Of course, we know her for The Best Man. Mm-hmm. Right, we know her for The Best Man. 25-year anniversary for that. 2000, she starred in Love and Basketball. 2018, she starred in Napoli Ever After. But now she wants to use her voice for this Audible, The Justice, for James Patterson. Kudos to Sanaa Lathan. Go ahead, girl. I guess everybody's going to be getting that Audible from James. Even if you want a James Patterson fan or book reader, you're going to listen because of Sanaa Lathan's voice. That's just enough.
He's a heck of a writer.
Oh yeah. Yes, he is. I have to say he is. Kudos to Beyonce. Girlfriend has topped number 1 for her Texans Hold'em for the past 2 weeks. You have celebrities like Kevin Bacon, his wife Kara Sedgwick. They're getting on the Texans Hold'em song. They got something on X. I don't know. They must wake up their chickens or their animals on their farm with the song. But you know, Kevin Bacon, he's part of a band called Bacon Brothers as well. So, everybody's been chiming in. Dolly Parton, she praised, she said, congratulations, Beyonce, for #1 spot on country chart. Can't wait for the album, the rest of the album. Like I said, everybody is just chiming in on this particular album. I was like, okay. So she has 2 singles out. There's another single coming out March the 29th, end of the month. There's another single. It's called Act 2. So can't wait to hear that. Kudos to her. Haven't heard this name. Cara Bay Cinnabay. She announced that she and her husband, Brandon Krakow, are expecting twins.
What?
They were married in 2021. So I want to say it's very about two mothers of joy. With a heart full of love, the precious star announced on Instagram that she and her husband are expecting twins. I'm pregnant, but the mommy to be on the app. We thought it was time to give our cat some responsibility, so we're giving them each a baby to take care of. Okay.
My. Precious is carrying twins. Woo!
Yes, she is. Mm-hmm. And last but not least, Tyler Perry movie, Coppola. It's a criminal defense attorney takes on the case of a seductive artist accused of murdering his girlfriend. But when burning desire takes hold, things get hot and dangerous. I have to say, this was an interesting film, but I kind of found out halfway through the film what was going on. So 1 to 10, I give it about a 6. So that wasn't bad, but it seems like on the critics, everybody's talking about they don't like the film or they're disappointed, yada, yada, yada. But it's on Netflix, so just check it out. You use your own judgment. Coppola. Okay. MEA Coppola. And that's my Hollywood wrap-up.
All righty. Thank you so much for that, Ketel. You got all the good. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think it was one more about Oprah. What was the thing about Oprah? Oprah, didn't she got rid of her stock and
she stepped off the board of Weight Watchers.
The board of Weight Watchers.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I guess she got her money out of it. She said, I'm gone.
Well, she donated her stock to the African American Museum in D.C.
Okay. Yes, I did hear that.
That's what she did. Yeah. She handed that money over to them. Okay.
You hear that, Poppa DD? You hear that, Poppa DD? That's my girl.
But
that's Ketel's girl.
Yeah, she donated money, but
what you say, Poppa DD?
I think I am not gonna go why she dropped off of that because that's why nobody can find no what's it called, Ozempic?
Oh, Ozempic.
Ozempic, yeah.
Ozempic.
I think she got 25 boxes of it in her closet. That's why we can't find none.
You probably right.
But you know what though? I just hope whatever people do to maintain that weight and everything, and that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I just hope that stuff don't backfire. Hope that something don't happen with that. And I wish no bad. And I wouldn't. And it sounds like she put all her eggs in that basket. She even said, because I'm doing some medical stuff to lose weight and all, and everybody know that Wegovy and Ozempic. Yeah, you can't find it. People the ones that can't even find it.
Everybody late to the game.
Celebrities got it wrapped up. The boat's coming right to their house instead of going to the market.
I agree. But see, a lot of people
coming right.
Don't realize that some of those medications are good because if you're diabetic 1 or 2, basically 2.
Yeah.
Because if you're far gone, it's good for, and then it helps lose weight. So, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, I guess. So, Yeah.
It could have saved Luther Vandross's life.
Yeah, that's true. If he had been
That
around
was
back
I
then.
sure could have. Yeah, yeah.
All right, well, we're
Yep.
down to the Kiss It list. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kevin.
No, I'm finished.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we're down to the world-famous Kiss It list. So, Poppa DD, if you could just
explain them.
Yes, if you could just explain what is the Kiss It list.
Oh, sorry, I had to yawn. Forgive me. I'm only human.
All right, what's the Kiss It list?
Well, the Kiss list is people that show their butt and got caught with it, or first we'll put those 5 black senators and congressmen, Republicans, on the list.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
a whole nother breed of people.
Absolutely.
As long as Trump is galloping, they're gonna ride his back.
And speaking of Trump, put him on the list as usual. Marjorie Taylor Greene, because she put her foot in her mouth several times during the week.
Oh yeah, then try to kick back on it. What I didn't mean, what I didn't say.
You said what you meant.
I meant that. I didn't mean that. Really,
yes,
girl?
you did. Yes, you did.
We're not a racist country. Shit.
Also, I'm gonna put Governor Greg Abbott on the list.
Oh yeah.
With all his antics down there in
and send all the
Texas.
people around the world. Get some type of area where you can sustain the people, but if they come over with some kind of dreaded diseases, you're gonna kill the whole world.
Yeah.
By putting them on a bus and send them to different cities.
You know what? That was another idiotic thing Trump said, talking about all these immigrants. They come here and they're speaking a bunch of languages that nobody can understand. I'm like, they're speaking the languages from wherever they come from.
But
like, what are you talking about?
All
You're talking about they're speaking langages that nobody understands.
All he has to do is watch the Oscars next week. Next week,
He's
Sunday.
Special.
And how many people that going to win an Oscar is going to get up there crying saying, I am the daughter of a second-generation immigrant, okay?
There you go.
They were immigrants too, but now they win an Oscar. So who's to say you don't have no talented Oscar-worthy people crossing the border now?
Absolutely.
And I don't understand why when people get theirs, they want to say the hell with everybody else. You know how many people in Hollywood that are immigrants?
Oh, it's a lot of them.
Remember that movie? Remember that movie that one of those Oscars called Slumdog Millionaire?
Oh yeah.
That wasn't up with a damn immigrant movie.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in that damn movie was damn immigrant.
That mayor, I know you said all 5 of them, but I wanted to call his name
His
out.
name was
What is his name? That mayor in
Johnson.
Eric, is it Eric Johnson?
JJ.
Eric Johnson.
You can call me JJ.
No, Eric Johnson. That's that Dallas mayor who switched from Democrat to Republican.
Yeah, because he wants
Put
Trump's
him on
base.
the list.
To get back in office, he wants Trump's base to vote him in.
Okay, I think we have a shorter list this week. Was there anybody else?
Yeah, different people at the stores that don't know what the hell they doing and just gonna flim-flam you through the whole conversation. You ever gonna buy some shit and they don't know what the fuck they talking about? They just wanna, I've gotten to the notion now when people don't give me a direct answer quick, I just move on. I move on. Do you know where the such and such is? I was in a store today and I was trying to get something, some kind of like Sudafed or something, I had a little nasal congestion. And apparently this little area that these little Spanish people was in, I guess the pharmaceutical area of the place wasn't affiliated with the supermarket. So I got some stuff in my cart, but the Sudafed was back there with them at the pharmacy. And I asked the lady, okay, can I get that and pay? No, you got to pay for it now. I said, I got other stuff in my cart. Can I pay for it all together? Oh, no. Then the pharmacist came around and got behind her. I guess he thought I was attacking her or something. I'm like, where the fuck do you come from? Well, I'm just having a general conversation. Next you know, she's got the fucking massive arms behind her. I said, what do you need? Oh, I'm just here to straighten things out. I said, straighten what out? I'm talking about Sudafed, motherfucker. What do you think? I got a 9mm in my fucking hand? It was crazy. And he said, and I told him, I said, well, I wanted to pay for all this here. I guess he saw a black man. He thought it was controversial. She was a little young girl. I mean, if you think the little timid-ass young girl can't handle shit, why you got her back there behind the fucking counter? You know what I mean? So put that damn supermarket, little pharmacy area on a kitchen list.
Pharmacy area.
Because them motherfuckers are scared to death of me.
Well,
and I was asking about Sudafed. They thought I was robbing a joint. And he said, oh, we're not affiliated with a supermarket. I said, well, why don't you tell her to say that? If she would have said that from the beginning, we wouldn't be doing all this shit now. She told me that, I can't give it to you. I got. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about?
Stuttering.
And he comes in like he's saving the day. Probably was his fucking daughter. So, you know, what are you going to do?
Or the last one I want to add is all lying politicians. You're on the kiss it list. Just stop the lying. Stop it.
Yeah, and Philadelphia Phillies management for stopping Dollar Night.
Yeah, the hot dogs.
Just because they throwing the hot dogs around, fuck it, they brought them. They can do what they want to do with them. You know, the mess and threw them at the team. They ain't want them damn rats. For all them hot dogs underneath the seats, underneath the bleachers and shit. They knew them goddamn rats would come and clean all that up at night.
They said, throw them if you want. We're going to get them.
Any hot dogs they couldn't find that stayed in when night fell, them fucking...
They said by sunrise they will be gone.
Mickey and Minnie Mouse got all them motherfuckers.
All right. Well, we have a special gift for everybody on this week's Kiss It List. And here it is.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever loving country ass. That's right.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. One of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel
Hello.
and Redwine.
Oh, bonsoir, darling. It's now time for the last word. And I'm going to go to you, Poppa DD, first. What's your last word?
Oh, man, my last word is that, man, I just hope that the people in the stores and everything will start learning shit, man, because everybody is just so... Hiring practices are slim to none. You know, slim to none. Knowledge is not bliss. Motherfuckers don't know nothing, no matter where you go. When you go to a shoe store, anywhere you go, man, the customer service is just horrible. Nobody don't know shit. They don't know shirts, where anything is. Hey, where's the men's department? Oh, I don't know. I've only been working a couple of weeks. I don't know shit. I just know where the time clock in the fucking bathroom is. You don't know shit. Anyway.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
Well, my word is don't let people fool you. Trump does not respect us, does not love us. He only wants our vote. And if you're foolish enough to send your money to him, he wants your money. Don't be a sucker. That's all I'm saying. Don't be a sucker. That's my last word. Over to you, Ketel. What's your last word?
Ooh. I don't even have no last words. I don't even know. There's so much going on. It's ridiculous. Back to my same thing. The mayor needs to step it up. You know, they're shooting, killing every day. DC, we need some help. Everybody keeps talking about mental health, but no, it's not all mental health. It's crazies out here. It's got to be beyond that. You know, I'm just tired of the, black on black crime. I mean, other crimes being committed, but it seems like there's more of us being extinguished. And until these young folks wake up and see what's going on, smell the coffee. They're going to keep doing the same stuff. So
Right.
just stop the violence and everybody be safe out here. That's my last one.
Okay. All righty. All right, well, we're going to say goodnight and get on out of here. Say goodnight, Poppa DD.
Good night, everybody.
Say goodnight, Ketel.
Good night.
And good night for one more episode of the Pajama Party Show. We'll do it again next week. Thanks for hanging out with us and listening. Good night. Arrivederci, bonsoir, adios, ciao, peace, deuces. We out.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of jazz.
Well, I say when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko, Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Rolling that day, join the party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Rolling that day, join the party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Rolling that day, join the party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it